Gentleman was 80 years old and he was getting a physical from his doctor. And the doctor was going through the reports and he said, "Man, this is unusual." "What's wrong, Doc?" He says, "Well, I don't ever see this." He said, "Doc, what's wrong?" And he says, "Nothing. There's not a dad blessed thing wrong with you. You're 80 years old and you have no health problems." He says, "What do you do to stay so healthy?" I said, "Well, I still drink a lot. I eat whatever I want to, and I still chase the ladies." And he says, "Wow." He says, "Well, how old was your dad when he passed away?" "Did I say my dad passed away?" He says, "No." He says, "No." He says, "My dad, I thought you were going to dilate my eyes, so he decided to drive up here in his pickup truck. He's giving me a ride home because I thought I wasn't going to be able to see." Says, "Well, and he's got a few health problems. He's doing pretty good." He says, "Wow." He said, "Well, how old was your grandfather when he passed away?" "Did I say my grandfather passed away?" And I said, "No." He said, "Yeah." He says, "My grandfather is 110 years old. He's in a nursing home, and he's still very healthy. In fact, we're on our way after my dad picks me up. We're going to go over there to the nursing home. We're going to play dominoes. He's probably going to win." And, "Well, how's his health?" He said, "Well, he's got a few health problems. He's doing pretty good." And he says, "And he's also got a brother that's 108 years old." "Wow." He says, "And he's getting married this weekend for the first time. He's been a bachelor all of his life." I said, "Why does he want to get married now?" He says, "Did I say he wanted to get married?" The doctor repeatedly made assumptions that were not correct. When dealing with the funeral industry, families make a lot of assumptions. When the wrong assumptions are not corrected, you can easily overspend by tens of thousands of dollars. Now, don't expect a funeral salesperson to correct these assumptions, especially if the assumption you're making means you'll spend more money. Okay? Funeral negotiators tries to educate families on all of their options. One of the criticisms we often get is, "Ken, you give us too much information." We will accept that criticism. But you're not coming back to us after the funeral and complaining, "Why didn't you tell us about this situation?" At least 75% of our clients call us for the first time at the time of death. At death, it is very difficult to get your mind around all your options. Your emotions are at their peak, and really, you just want it all to be over with so you can get on with grieving. At the time of death, you're incredibly vulnerable to the funeral industry. You're very open to the power of suggestion. You're worried about not doing the right thing. And if things are not happening quickly enough, family members are starting to get critical. "You knew this was happening. Why did you wait so long?" And often the most critical family members are the ones not paying for the funeral. And when you start expressing concerns about cost, you're going to get the look. No one has to say anything, but the communication is, "You better keep your mouth shut." The family member that starts expressing concern about the cost of a loved one's funeral will be made to feel lower than a bow-legged caterpillar. Now, the best way to avoid this situation is to plan the funeral before you're in this situation at the time of death. And I understand it's not always possible before death. However, you will make much better decisions financially, and instead of hoping that you're doing the right thing, you will absolutely know it. Give us a call at 281-357-0195 or visit us on the web at funeralnegotiator.com. Let's get the conversation started so we can proceed with your education at a pace where you can absorb all the information. If you wait until death, it's like drinking from a fire hydrant. If we can slow you down so you can think, you will understand your options. You'll save thousands of dollars without sacrificing quality of your loved one's funeral. Give us a call and let's avoid the funeral trap.